Imagine arriving at an airport, your passport stamped with a country no one's ever heard of. Because it doesn't exist. Security is baffled, you're confused, and within hours, you vanish without a trace. This isn't the plot of a sci-fi movie. This is the true, mind-bending story of the man from Taured. Could he be a time traveler, a visitor from a parallel universe, or just a clever hoax? Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will make you question the very fabric of reality. It was an ordinary summer morning at Haneda Airport, Tokyo, in July 1954. The terminals buzzed with routine traffic, business people, tourists, diplomats. But among them stood a sharply dressed European-looking man who claimed to be on a routine business trip. Everything seemed normal until customs officers examined his passport. That's when things turned weird. His documents were in order, stamps from previous travels, a legitimate-looking passport, and an air of confidence. But the country of origin listed on the passport, Taured. The officials were puzzled. There was no such country on Earth. They assumed it was a mistake, or perhaps a misprint. But the man was adamant. Taured was a real country, located between France and Spain. When they showed him a map, he pointed to the Principality of Andorra. But he insisted, Andorra doesn't exist. My country has been here for 1,000 years. That's when the unease set in. A glitch in reality? The man spoke several languages fluently: French, Japanese, Spanish. His wallet held multiple currencies. His passport showed recent stamps from European and Asian countries, all consistent with his story. He even had business contacts in Tokyo expecting him, and a hotel reservation confirmed under his name. Everything checked out, except the existence of his country. Officials were at a loss. They escorted the man to a hotel nearby while he investigated further. 2 guards were stationed outside his room to ensure he wouldn't leave. They confiscated his documents. The plan was to continue the investigation the following morning. But when they opened the door the next day, he was gone. Vanished. No trace. The room was several stories up, with no balcony or fire escape. The guards hadn't moved. His documents, which had been locked away, were missing too. It was as if he had simply disappeared from our world. Theories begin to swirl. So who was this mysterious traveler? And how do we explain what happened? Let's look at the most talked about theories. 1. Parallel universe. The most popular theory is that the man slipped into our world from a parallel dimension, an alternate Earth where Taured does exist. Somehow, he crossed through a glitch in reality, only to be pulled back into his own world. Science fiction? Maybe. But with increasing discussions around quantum mechanics and multiverse theories, this idea doesn't seem impossible anymore. 2. Time traveler, or interdimensional being. Another mind-blowing possibility is that he was a time traveler or interdimensional visitor. Maybe Taured existed in the future or past. Perhaps he was part of an experiment gone wrong or right, and was accidentally sent here. It sounds like something straight out of Doctor Who, but science is only just beginning to scratch the surface of what's truly possible. 3. Elaborate hoax or misunderstanding. On the skeptical side, some argue that the entire story is urban legend, a classic case of facts distorted over time. After all, the story didn't emerge in the mainstream until decades later, and has no official documentation. Could it be a mistaken identity, or someone pulling a clever stunt? Possibly. But then, how do we explain the vanishing? Digging deeper, clues from history. While the man from Taured remains the most famous case, he's not the only mystery traveler in history. Other stories exist of people arriving with impossible passports, foreign IDs, or strange accents, claiming to be from nations that never existed. One such account dates back to 1851, where a man named Jofar Vorin was found in Germany, claiming to be from Laxaria, a country no one had heard of. Like the Taured man, he spoke several languages and claimed to be on a mission. He, too, vanished from historical records shortly after. Coincidence? Or is our world full of undiscovered cracks between dimensions? What if it happened again? Now imagine this, you're traveling. You hand over your passport. The customs officer raises an eyebrow. Where is this country? You smile, confused. What do you mean? It's right there. But it's not. Not on their map. You try to explain, but nothing matches. Your home doesn't exist. Your currency is unrecognized. You're detained for questioning, and you realize you're not home anymore. Chilling, isn't it? So, what do you think happened to the man from Taured? Was he a time traveler, a dimensional refugee, or just a well-told myth? Let's start a conversation. Drop your theories in the comments below.